So the therapist helps the individual confront their fears in a relaxed state. Another example of this would be a person who is afraid of the small spaces. They may start by thinking about a small space or looking at an image of a small space while utilizing relaxation techniques and work their way up to being in a small space. So, example ng mga small spaces is like the elevator, crowded places, yung mga ganyan. This pairing of the fear-inducing item and newly learned relaxation behavior aims to eliminate the phobia or anxiety. Next, we have here the aversive therapy, aversion conditioning, a way of helping someone lose bad habits or undesirable behaviors by using an aversive stimulus. Associate the habit behavior with an effect that is not pleasant. Common example, an alcoholic is prescribed a certain drug that induces nausea, anxiety, and headaches when combined with alcohol. This means that each time the person drinks, he/she will get negative side effects. This would put off that person from drinking to help them overcome their addiction. In a classroom, a student can wear rubber bands around their wrists and snap them each time they find themselves daydreaming instead of listening to the teacher. Counter conditioning. A stronger pleasant stimulus is paired with a weaker aversive stimulus as a procedure for overcoming the anxiety caused by the aversive stimulus. Example, a child who is afraid to go to school is given her favorite chocolate. Pleasant stimulus while sitting in the classroom, aversive stimulus. Key principles, concepts in operant counseling. Operant conditioning is also called instrumental conditioning. Reinforcement is to strengthen or increase a behavior. Punishment is to decrease or weaken a behavior. Extinction is to decrease or eliminate certain behaviors. Shaping. Shaping is a method of positive reinforcement of behavior patterns in operant conditioning. It is designed to include new behaviors by reinforcing behaviors that approximate the desired behavior. Shaping trains a subject by rewarding proper behavior and discouraging improper behavior. The method requires that the subject perform behaviors that at first merely resembled the target behavior. Through reinforcement, these behaviors are gradually changed or shaped to encourage the target behavior itself. The counselor looks for the desired behavior, waits until it occurs, and reinforces it when it occurs. In essence, the counselor catches the child in good behavior and rewards it. Reinforcement. There are two kinds of reinforcers. Positive reinforcers are the favorable events or outcomes that are presented after the behavior. Example, the giving of positive reinforcers such as rewards increases the behavior like creating an excellent work of art. Positive reinforcement increases a behavior by giving or providing a positive outcomes or pleasant event. Negative reinforcers are unfavorable events or outcomes that are removed after the behavior. Example, the removal of negative reinforcers such as curfew hours or fines increases a behavior like studying hard to achieve a GPA of 3.5 and above. Negative reinforcement increases a behavior by removing, stopping, or avoiding a negative outcome or aversive event. Now let's go to the punishment. There are two kinds of punishment, the positive punishment and the negative punishment. Positive punishment is used to decrease behavior and is presenting something unpleasant after the behavior. An example is, Hamish has to stay back in class whenever he does not clean the classroom according to the duty roster. Negative punishment. Negative punishment is also used to decrease behavior and is removing something pleasant after the behavior. Example, Ted gets a RM300 fine for missing class without reasons. Money, something pleasant, was removed to decrease the behavior of skipping class. So we have here the operant conditioning counseling techniques. We have the shaping, modeling, token economies, role-playing, and the behaviorist practices. Now let's discuss the modeling. Modeling consists of exposing the child to one or more individuals who exhibit desired behaviors, either in real life, film, or YouTube presentations. The models may be friends, classmates, adults, book, TV, characters, and even the counselor. Example, Sammy indicates that she wants to be like her friend Carlos because Carlos has a lot of friends and good grades. The counselor asks Sammy to observe Carlos' behaviors and write down what she likes and what to imitate. They then choose one important behavior and work on it through role-playing and behavior practices rehearsal groups. Next, token economies. The children earn token or points for appropriate or on-task behavior. These points can be cashed in periodically for things such as chocolates, books, field trips, free time, and etc. Contingency contracts, contingency management. Contingency contracts are formal plans that pair behavioral change with positive reinforcement. A contingency contract is an agreement between a student and teacher which states behavioral goals for the students and reinforces a reward that the student will receive contingent upon achievement of this goal. While contingency contracts are created by counselors and the child, self-management contracts are formulated by the person who can take more responsibility for their actions.